Hey guys, it's Elena. Recently I showed you how I do digital travel journaling in the Procreate app, and if you watched that you may have seen me using the Photos app to pull an object from the background and drop it into Procreate as a sticker. Some of you were asking for more details, so I thought I would go ahead and make a dedicated video showing you how to do it and also when it works, when it doesn't work. There are a couple of different ways to do this, so I'm just going to show you with a couple of different photos I've selected here. So here is Echo, and he's on a very contrasting background. It's white and he's brown. So it's very easy to just tap on him and you can see this glow appears. And if I let up on the tap, you can see that it's still glowing around the edge of him. So you can see that he is still selected. And we have these options that come up here. So if we just go to copy, now the image of Echo cut out from his background is on my clipboard. So if we just close that app down and go to Procreate, and I've got a new document open here. Now let's go to the gear icon. The paste option is available under add. So we tap paste, and yes, we do want to allow paste from the Photos app. So yes, and there we are. We've got Echo all cut out from his background, and we can resize him, we can tilt him, we can do anything that we want to with this image. And so you can see it looks pretty well cut out on this white background, but if you take that background off, you can see that we do have some issues. So there's some anti-aliasing that usually gets added to these types of images. We've got some issues here where it's been cut out badly. This was where the photo cut off, so we don't have that paw. And if this is just going to be on a white background, it doesn't really matter. You can't see that there's some issues. But if you want to get really careful with the images, then you can always go to the eraser and then choose something probably from the basics library like Forester. And you can kind of go in and just kind of fix it a little bit. This is obviously a lot of work, and I wouldn't advise always doing this. It kind of depends on if it's bothering you, if it's really showing on the background where it's at. Otherwise, just don't worry about this. But this is just something that you can do to clean it up if it needs cleaning up. But let me just go ahead and show you a different method to do this. So that was copy and paste, but you can also just tap and hold and then move your finger away like that, and you can see I've got my sticker here, and I can just close that app. I've still got my sticker, and I can also you can see the little plus appears here. I can just drop him in like that as well. And I think that's a bit easier than the copy and paste. It just depends on what your flow is. With iPadOS 26, we can actually have multiple windows open simultaneously, and it kind of replaces split screen, which is what we had before. So let me just show you what I did there. So we've got the Photos app open, and if I just go up to the left corner like this and just drag down, you can actually resize this and make it smaller. And we can just, for instance, just have it up in the corner like this. And then we can open Procreate, and we can do the same thing with Procreate. You can see this little thing appears up here, and that means we can resize Procreate. So we can have these two things next to each other, and then maybe let's just resize this so that we can grab this bird and just drag it right in like that. And then anytime we want to just size this up again, we can just drag here or just double tap. And now we're in full screen again. This feature was clearly designed with people or pets in mind. So those are the types of photos where you're going to get the best results, especially if there is a contrasting background. However, you can also use this method for other types of objects. Sometimes they're called found objects. And these are the type of things that you might want to include in collages or in art journal pages. So for instance, nature like flowers or sticks. Some more examples would be pieces of paper or a rock, a coffee cup, that type of thing. And I know in our modern lives, we don't have a lot of paper ephemera that we used to have in the old days, like ticket stubs. But, if you have anything like that, it would be pretty easy to photograph that and take that up as a sticker and drop that into your artwork as well. I tested this method with a lot of different kinds of analog artwork, And I found that if you photograph the entire sheet of paper with the artwork on it, it's just going to pick up the piece of paper. So you have to zoom the photo in so that you can't see the edges of the paper. Also, it tends to work best if the artwork has really well-defined edges and isn't semi-transparent, because this method will only be either completely transparent or fully solid. So if you have like watercolor or something that has a lot of sort of wispy edges, that's not going to work really well. But if you have a really well-defined illustration or, blob of paint or that type of thing, that will probably work pretty well, as long as you don't include the edges of the paper in that. Some things to be aware of is that this doesn't work well with live photos. And that's an option in the camera app where it sort of takes a mini video. And, obviously when it's a video, it doesn't really work well to grab a sticker. So you can turn that off before you take a photo, or otherwise you can turn it off afterwards if you accidentally took a live photo, and that happens all the time. Something else to be aware of is that this does not work well with text. Even if it's handwritten text, unfortunately, the Photos app is going to treat that as text rather than as an image. So if you try to tap and hold on that, then it's going to actually just select the actual letters of the text and paste it as text rather than as an image, which is not what we want in collage. Just a general tip when you're taking photographs for use in this way, you just want to make sure that your image is well lit, and also that there is not a lot of clutter in the background, because the cleaner the background, the easier it's going to be for the iOS to just grab that off the background. Something that you can do with a photo like this, for instance, that it's kind of a mess. You've got like the car tire, you've got the floor texture and the pod and all the different leaves here. So if you tap on that, it's going to grab like some of it and not all of it, which looks really bizarre. That's not what we want. But let's say that we just want this one, just this leaf right here. Let's just duplicate this first. So we'll tap on that photo and duplicate so that we've got the original still here. And what we can do is we can just tap on the new one, and then we can zoom in on this leaf in particular here, and then tap crop, and we can adjust our crop even more by dragging the edges and just crop it down to that one leaf and hit our check mark. And now let's try it again. And actually it works now that we don't have all that other stuff in the picture. So cropping a photo can actually help to cut out things that we don't want. When you do the long press, you may have also noticed this option to add sticker. And this is kind of a fun way to make a sticker library that you can use in the Messages app and other native iOS apps. But unfortunately, there's not really an easy way to use these sticker libraries in Procreate, at least that I have found. So I'm not going to get too much into that option. You can just know that it's there for other things. So that's it for a very quick and imperfect way to grab objects out of photos and drop them into Procreate. This method is great for personal ephemera and quick collage elements, and just those situations where you want to grab something really quick from a photo and drop it into Procreate. It's not perfect and often results in rough edges, but sometimes that's okay. If you guys have more ideas of how to use this feature, or if I got anything wrong and maybe there's an easier way to do something that I showed, please do feel free to just chime in the comments and let us know how you would use this feature. So I hope this was helpful, and thank you so much for watching, and happy creating.